1-8-8255. International callers may reach George by calling their in-country smart access number, pressing option 5 and dialing toll-free 1-800-893-0903. This is Coast to Coast FM. Now, here is George now.
I don't know if you remember those guys, Butter Ruffles, one of the early 60s San Francisco bands. They have some of the most San Francisco sound on its way, and Smack Stone, one of their early producers.
Come on! Come on! Heck! They always try to listen to fucking Coast to Coast, and it's always a motherfucking commercial. God! It's a 10 goddamn minute drive and never gonna listen to a fucking radio show. Goddamn. Like buying their fucking shit on principle.
John Alexander, quick question. In the introduction, you did 2 tours in Vietnam, commanded special forces units that were in Vietnam. Action. Did you ever hear any UFO stories from that theater while you were there?
There were a few. One of the problems was that there were some others that the things moving about, our aircraft, Soviet aircraft, things of that nature. I actually had a black aircraft coming roaring out of Cambodia. I was on a helicopter flying into one of my mountaintops, and this thing was on the way out, and we reported it and said, got a abrupt reply that there will be no discussion of black aircraft.
Well, was it literally black, or is it?
Yeah, it was. And it was not an SR-71. I have no idea what it was. It was an area where Cambodia the line was running east to west, but it came roaring out of there and just, it was way too low for anything like the SR-71 on the Blackbird, which I'm sure they were referring to. But very prosaic answer.
Okay.
The whole black fighter.
Going back to the phones, Roy in Marion, North Carolina. Good morning, Roy. How you doing?
All right, guys. Thank you. Dr. Alexander, I like your cool-headed, common-sense way of looking at these things and have so much experience. Reminds me of a guy named Fletcher Crowdy.
Slow down now.
Are we going to go into the JFK case?
Well, if you later maybe, but I'd like to bounce this theory off you, and I think it's related to JFK, but I think obviously the world's running down, America especially right now. I think it's so simple we can't see it because of our cowardice that stems from not being able to face JFK and things like that. But I see it like this: after World War II. We had this population boom all across the world. In America, we call it the baby boom. And we're getting too old now. People turn 50 and in their 60s. We're getting too old to do this basic, fundamental physical labor. We're just too old. And I believe for at least 40, 50 years, like farming, building, basic fundamental labor has been so undervalued. There's basically no one literally cannot and will not do it. I'd like to hear your, does that all wrap up into something?
Maybe this is the way to ask it, Troy, is the larger issue of challenges, crises looming on the horizon. There's a lot of challenges, right?
Well, if you go on the website, by the way, the whole presentation that I give on geotransformational changes that effectively have nothing to do with UFOs whatsoever, and certainly the issue of population is in there. But having said that, we are rapidly expanding. As far as, there's different levels, different demographics, depending on technological advancement. Now, the areas of the world, the ones that are having trouble at the moment, for instance, you have a huge percent of their population that's certainly under 25 and unemployed. But when you get 50% of the population that is in the young, unemployable situations, there's the question on the carrying capacity of the Earth and what that might be. Some have hypothesized that about 10, 11 billion is the total level, and we're probably approaching about 7 billion now. The problem, of course, is where that is. You also interact that with, climatic changes that are taking place, massive droughts, food supply. One of the things that, in fact, I actually addressed this in relation to UFOs. People would say that aliens are here. I said, well, if they are, they certainly have been very helpful in, any of the areas. Food prices across the world, the index is now the highest it has ever been. So the potential for strike is exceedingly high. And ET is here. Sure would have been nice if he'd have stepped in and helped us resolve some of those issues.
Roy mentioned the name Fletcher Prouty, who's a really interesting character. I had some conversations with him long ago, and although he's best known for his interest in JFK theories, he sort of nibbled around the edges of UFOs as well. Did you have any interaction with him, John?
I did not. I just know of him from, that's why I brought up the JFK thing. I recognized him from that perspective.
Right. Roy, thank you for the call. Appreciate that. Cornelius in Louisiana on the Wildcard Line. Hi.
God bless you and all the Coast to Coast listeners, Dr. Alexander and Mr. Knapp. And you I had a question to Gina, that the Dome of the Rock, they had a UFO over that, I think, right before all this started. And y'all were talking about maybe like demons or angels involved or ETs. And I was just wondering if that might be one aspect with the body and so I'll take my answer off in here, gentlemen. God bless y'all. Enjoy your night.
Cornelius, thank you. John, what do you make of that video widely circulated, Dome of the Rock UFO?
Well, from what I've heard, they pretty well nailed it down. It was, authentication. And, don't know. I've not heard of any angels intervening. I use a picture in my standard briefings that is.
Hello? Hey, babe. I'm home.
Hi. I'm sorry. Come on. There?
Hello?
No, that's just not.
I